Hello Visionary Beauties, welcome back to the channel. I'm coming to you with a product review, and I know I've been going for some time now. I want to thank everyone for their well wishes for my quick and speedy recovery. I truly appreciate it. I hope my husband has been doing a great job here on my channel, taking over my duties. I will be coming back to you with some new material and content that you all will love. I know you guys know me for doing hair reviews. I will be coming back with those two along with my favorites, which are DIYs. I will talk about in a later video a little bit about my recovery process. I can't talk about too much because it's an ongoing process. I don't want to keep rambling, you know me. So let's get into this review. I'm coming to you today with a review on this HTVRONT auto heat press that I purchased, that I've been waiting for, not necessarily to receive it, but for the whole process, for the release. It's been some time, at least 5 to 6 months. I've been waiting for this bad boy. Quick backstory: I saw this, I want to say on Facebook or maybe YouTube, maybe back in April, and I knew I wanted it, and I was so pissed because I literally just purchased the Cricut Autopress back in May when it first released. The Cricut Autopress was super expensive. I paid close to $1,300. That's including insurance. I always get insurance where I can, because these things are expensive. These things are investment, and what is an investment? Something that should last you a long time. This came out and I knew I had to have it. Even just to do a review, to see how I like, there's some things that the Cricut can't do that I was hoping that this could do, but that's gonna be in a later video. I will do a, mashup versus whatever you guys wanna call it, coming soon. They released this, it was a lot of anticipation, a lot of reviews, a lot of posting, a lot of sending it out to other YouTubers to review and other content creators to review. And the anticipation was crazy. I was literally pulling my hair out. When it finally dropped, they did have it for Kickstarter. I was a little hesitant to purchase, so I didn't hit that purchase, but I did pay the $1 to be notified when it was going to be released for Kickstarter for purchasing. I didn't do it. So I waited at least, I want to say, till the Kickstarter program ended. I want to say maybe August 20th. By the 21st at 7 a.m. I purchased it. Purchased for a little bit more, but not by much. I want to say about $20 more. Purchased mine through the website, and I got I think a $20 gift with it, which was some vinyl, either 4 to 5 vinyls and 1 Teflon sheet. I also got it for free shipping, and I got a discount on it. I think it was like maybe $20 discount maybe. So the total price for this for me was like $255. I'm gonna show you a little more details, what the buttons do, what the functions are, and my pros and cons for this. And then I'm gonna do a review, an in-depth review later on with the mashup between this and Cricut Autopress. Let's get into it. So here's the manual that it comes with. Honestly, I didn't read the manual. I'm gonna be honest with you. I looked it over and I pretty much figured out the functions. I really didn't go through the manual. It's not direct enough for me. Just breeze through the manual, but as you can see, it's flashing to be turned on. It is plugged in. You get about a 3.5 inch to 4 inch cord length. You just go ahead and you press this on, and it'll automatically heat up. I don't want it to heat up just yet. It's a nice plate. Honestly, the top of it kind of reminds me of the Cricut heat press as far as this plastic piece. It does feel pretty hefty. There are some things I might be concerned with, like I noticed that back here, the trim is coming up just slightly, and all it is a trim. It doesn't have any other function. The top of this plate does get hot. It has a hot signal, so to let you know that this does get hot. This is all plastic, and the only thing on here is metal is this plate underneath, the heating plate, and then I believe the bed that it slides out on. So it has a slide out bed. Just has the Teflon sheet that it came with. So mine actually came with 2 Teflon sheets, one in the box as a gift, and then one that came with the actual press. As you can see, my hand is still partially under here, so it does not clear all the way. The mat itself is of a hard foam, so these can come off, and it has a little hook underneath, and it has a mechanism right here that signals once you hear it clicks, to the heat press that is locked in place, and it's ready to be pressed. It has a slide out tray. It's not a drawer yet necessarily because you can't store anything in here. I'll just show you what that looks like without the mats. Here is the bottom plate. As you can see, it's also a metal. I believe this is a metal. It feels like a metal. So this is a plate. There's no drawer. You can't put anything in here. And you just simply put this back on to the screws that are underneath as serve as an anchor for the pad. And that's how you would place this bed back on. Hard plastic all the way around. Feels hefty, pretty heavy. I cannot lift this at all. My husband's been carrying it around for me, so I cannot lift this. I want to say the weight on this is about 45 pounds. It's definitely lighter than my Cricut. That's for sure. Let's go ahead and slide it into place and talk about the functions. This is the power button. This is the temperature gauge. This is the time gauge. You have your plus and your minus to control your temperature or your time gauge. And then you have presets for the temperature. You have your custom button right here where you can set your own temperatures for your project. So you can just go ahead and press this on for your customization. And then you have your Autopress. You also have your HTVRONT sign, and that's if you don't have it on the Autopress, you can just press this, and if the plate will go ahead and lower and press your item. Now, if you don't want to have to do that, you can press Autopress, and then once you slide this out, put your project on here, slide it back, it'll lower on its own, hence Autopress. So let's go ahead and power that on. Let's see how fast it heats up. I'm just going to put it at to what, 315, which you use for like vinyl. Oh, it's already on set to 380. So I'm going to go ahead and lower that. So we're going to go to temperature. And we're going to lower that. So it's at 315. And I'm going to lower this to about 20 seconds. Now we're going to do it for like 5. You can hold it and it'll jump by 5. So if you press and hold, it'll jump by 5 seconds. You see it's flashing, which means it's not ready yet. Once it flashes green, then it's ready for pressing. So I'm going to pull this out as we wait. So while this press is heating up, let me tell you a little bit about the shipping in the process to receive this item. So like as I said before, I saw this, I think it was on YouTube first, then I saw it again on Facebook and kept being plastered all over Facebook. I'm happy with my Autopress by Cricut, but some things I didn't like as far as like, you can't adjust the pressure, and the same thing with this, you cannot pretty much adjust the pressure. It's as set as it is. But I know that with Cricut, you can also, hopefully in the future, they'll have upgrades. With this is just what it is. I don't believe you can do upgrades with this, with firmware or anything like that. I think it's just set with this as it is. I don't think you can plug this into a computer and get upgrade, because I don't see any sockets for that. When it finally became ready for purchase, I made my purchase. I was like 7 a.m. when it released on their website. After the Kickstarter program ended on the 20th of August, by the 21st at 7 a.m. I purchased this. Now, it was set to be delivered by the 20th. I didn't get this until, I want to say, the 27th is when I actually received this item. And I was nervous because it was coming from overseas, and I felt like, because I didn't use PayPal with this, I wasn't sure if it would actually ship. I'm not that familiar with the company. I just only recently, started purchasing their products over the past 7 months. And it's mostly with the vinyl. I've never purchased any of their machines. So, and I usually purchased through Amazon and not directly through their website. So I didn't know what to expect. So I got nervous, even though it was only $255. That's a lot of money, okay, to come out of my pocket for something that I don't know if that's going to actually come and arrive as they stated. I got a confirmation, and then I waited. So they said it was going to ship. It took about a month. So they said it was going to ship. I was to receive by the 20th. The 20th had came and gone. I contacted them. What was that click? I don't know what that was. It did a click. And they said that there was a delay in shipment. I was like, okay, so I was going to take a couple more days. I kept contacting them. I notified them that, hey, this is what you said. It stated at the time that I purchased that it would come in 3 to 10 days. It didn't come in 3 to 10 days, obviously. It was supposed to be pre-order. I understand that. They contacted me back, said, oh, it should be shipping soon. I waited, no confirmation. So by, I want to say the 23rd, 24th, I contacted them again, and they said that it was on its way. I got it about 7 days later. It shipped from California, which I don't know why, when they had a facility or warehouse here in New Jersey, and they could have just shipped from the New Jersey warehouse. I don't know. Anyways, it finally came. It took the UPS guy all day, like 8. I got this like at 8 o'clock at night. I was so mad. I wanted to get it earlier so I could play around with it, test it out, and get this review done. Nevertheless, it's here. I want to be clear. I appreciate those who did do the Kickstarter, because without them, we would probably never be able to purchase this item. Because of Kickstarter and because of people who pledged, we were able to get our hands on this as well when we purchased this. This thing is pulling a lot of power right now. I'm telling you right now, my lights are flickering as this thing heats up. I'm a little concerned about that flickering. More than likely, I will not use this in my room. I'll probably have to use this in my living room. So it's pulling a lot of power. How much power, I'm not too sure, but everything in my room is flickering. I'm gonna put this at 311 at 310 because I'm not comfortable with that flickering. As you can see, it's on green, so it's ready to press. If you don't want the auto press, you would just simply push it back, press the R, and then it will press. And then it will raise. Now, if you were doing another project, you would simply press the auto press, push it back, you hit the click, and press. And voila. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off and tell you a little bit more about my pros and cons. That was an experience. So I do want to say, when using any kind of heavy duty appliance, because it's still an appliance, use a grounded plug that is dedicated for like appliances. A bedroom would not probably be a good choice for this unless you want to unplug most of the things in your room, because this thing pulls a lot of power. So normally this is going to be plugged in my living room where I have sockets that's made for heavy duty appliances, and that's what I would recommend. And this has to be directly plugged in. You cannot plug this into an extension cord unless it's a heavy duty 3-prong extension cord. I want to talk about the machine itself. Now, the plate around it, the top plate around it does get kind of warm to touch. I'm not really hot, but more so warm to touch. Everything else stays cool. The top, the bottom, the sides, everything else stays cool on this machine. I do like the ease of it. Now, I have used it for a couple of projects. I haven't tried it on vinyl yet, but I have tried it with sublimation, and you will be surprised what I found out. So I will have those details, me testing it out, comparing it to the Cricut, and testing out the Cricut with it, and my next video hopefully coming up very soon. I do like the machine. I mean, I feel like it's well worth it compared to what the price tag is for the Cricut was very hefty. But as I said before, with the Cricut, it's upgradable, possibly upgradable. With this, it's just pretty much you get what you pay for. It's as is. I don't believe this is upgradable. There's no firmware to download. You don't hook this up to a computer. There's no components for you to hook it up to a computer. So this is just what it is. In all honesty, I feel like maybe there is a lot of room for improvement, and maybe in the future the company will have improvements on this where you can make adjustments to the plate, to the pressure and to the plate. But as of right now, this is just what it is. I think it's a viable machine for the price. So if you're looking and you're in the market for a heat press, just know that it's going to be a wait, because it's still technically on pre-order, and there's a lot of people purchasing this as a secondary machine. But if you're looking for something for sublimation, you might want to check out the next video. I do like the machine. I love my Cricut. I wish if I had an option, if this came out before the Cricut, I more than likely would have geared towards and purchased this unit. It's a lot more sleeker. So with the Cricut, you know, there's a wide clamshell mouth opening. With this, you can fit this literally under anything. Just make sure you have space around the unit for the heat to escape. Fits right underneath my TV unit, and perfectly. I don't have to worry about it lifting up or anything, because it's what it is. It auto presses up and down without the actual clamshell effect. I'm still new and playing around with all this sublimation and vinyl and heat press, because I just love everything DIY. So I'm gonna keep coming to you with organization videos and things about machines like this to make life easier, along with my makeup reviews and hair reviews, because that's just my passion. I do love the machine. There are pros and cons. The adjustment to the pressure is a con. You can't adjust it, but for the price tag, that's a pro. A con is it's gonna be on a wait list. It's going to take some time to get to you. If you weigh, most machines, Autopress machines are very expensive. It's just like a fraction of the price. Yeah, so you can't really beat that. If you can afford this, I would definitely say get it. It's a great addition to anybody's crafting room, crafting space. That concludes the review for this HTVRONT auto heat press. If you have any comments, please leave that down in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to get back to you. I'm going to try to come to you more consistently with content, and my husband will also making some appearances, because I am still in recovery process. And I do again want to say I appreciate you guys for your warm wishes in my speedy recovery. And if you haven't, I would love it if you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you. And if you haven't seen my review or my DIY dupe for the Dream Box, I would love it for you to check that out. I'll leave the link up above, and I appreciate the feedback from that. I didn't think anyone was going to even like that video, but it's doing great numbers. At least to me it is. I would like if it to go up further, so if you want to share, that'd be great. Thank you for your comments and your feedback, and I think you guys are amazing too. If I can find ways to save you guys money, coins on DIY projects, that, you know, that's well rewarding to me when it's done by yourself and it's customized to you, I will definitely do that. Leave your comments down below. I'll be sure to get back to you. Like, subscribe, and stay fabulous and be your own vision of beauty. Till next time, bye.